Prime, the drink endorsed by stars. But long before Prime hit your feed, there was Tang, the orange drink that actually made it to the stars. But the real reason NASA made their astronauts drink this fake orange juice is actually more disgusting than you think. Contrary to popular belief, NASA did not invent Tang. That honor goes to the food chemist William A. Mitchell, the same guy that invented Pop Rocks, Jell-O, and Cool Whip.
Hey, can I get some of that pie and Cool Whip?
What did you say?
We can't have pie without Cool Whip.
That's not how you're supposed to say it! You said it weird!
He basically invented your whole childhood kitchen. You see, back in the 1950s, orange juice was popular, but it spoiled too quickly, and it was expensive to transport. So being a food chemist, Mitchell was asked by General Foods to create a drink people could enjoy with all the nutrients of orange juice, but didn't need refrigeration. The result was Tang, a powdered drink you mix with water that replicated the experience of drinking fresh orange juice. But more importantly, this Tang orange juice alternative was shelf stable. But there was just one problem. When Tang hit the grocery store shelves in 1959 with flashy ads promising more vitamin C than real orange juice, nobody wanted it.
You get more flavor plus more vitamin C and A than even the freshest orange juice.
People said it tasted artificial, that it didn't resemble orange juice at all. It tasted more like water, trying to pretend to be like orange juice. Even with cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Marvin the Martian shilling the drink, Tang just didn't quite land. It wasn't until Tang took its first trip into space when it really took off, no pun intended.
Tang-grilla! Gee, Doc, I thought you'd never get here.
This planet is not big enough for both of us.
You see, in the early 60s, NASA engineers were working hard to send a man into space, but they ran into a big problem. It was how to keep the astronauts hydrated during their missions. At first, they just packed water from Earth, but on longer missions, they had to rely on the backup water source from the spacecraft's fuel cells. The spacecraft's fuel cells basically work by creating electricity through chemical reaction of hydrogen and oxygen, and that created the byproduct of heat and water. And that was the water they were drinking. Even though the fuel cell water was safe to drink after being filtered and purified, it still tasted like chemicals. Enter Tang. Engineers realized that Tang's strong flavor could mask the fuel cell's water aftertaste. So in 1962, when NASA astronaut John Glenn was getting ready to become the first American to orbit Earth, NASA packed some of that powdered orange Tang in his luggage. This marked Tang's first journey into space. And after Glenn mixed his first bag of Tang in zero gravity, the rest was history.
The Gemini space flights. The trips are long. The training is hard, but the astronauts do some things you do. In space, they drank Tang. They mixed it like this in a zero-G pouch, because with no gravity, it would fly all over. They have to drink it carefully, this way.
With this one spaceflight, Tang was transformed from a flop to a cultural icon. General Foods rebranded Tang as the astronauts' beverage, and kids everywhere wanted a taste of space. Sales skyrocketed. Tang became the healthy breakfast drink for astronauts and kids alike.
This is a typical meal served to astronauts aboard Apollo space flights. Oatmeal, sausage, toast, applesauce, and in a special zero-gravity pouch, Tang, the energy breakfast drink. Orange-flavored Tang with rich, natural flavor and more vitamin C than orange juice. Energy Tang for spacemen and Earth families.
But here's the interesting thing. For all its hype, Tang wasn't exactly good for you. Today, an 8-ounce glass of Tang has more sugar and less vitamin C than real orange juice. Basically, just sugar water. Not exactly the best choice for breakfast. Even though in the 1960s, Tang's label claimed that it had more vitamin C than orange juice, 405% of a child's daily requirement to be exact. That was probably true in the 60s, due to how fast vitamin C degrades in fresh orange juice if not stored properly. Regardless if Tang was packed with sugar, it didn't seem to matter. Its popularity had already skyrocketed, and once it went global, there was no amount of criticism that could stop people from drinking it. So what originally started as a way to mask the chemical aftertaste of spacecraft water became a cultural sensation. Fast forward 60 years, it's different stars, but same playbook. But this time, it was Logan Paul with Prime. See, Prime sports drink launched in 2022 with the YouTube superstars Logan Paul and KSI, and it sells out instantly. Every kid on the block wanted a bottle of the stuff. They treated the bottles like limited action figures, and empty bottles even sold for $15 a pop.
I got cred, bitches. I got cred. I got kiwi lime. I got Google grape. You got no cred, bitches, but I got mine.
And in the first year, they sold roughly $250 million worth. And the following year, they expanded their product line with Prime energy drinks and more flavors and more flashy colors. And once Prime was featured in a 2023 Super Bowl ad and became the official drink of the UFC, their 2023 sales shot past the $1 billion mark. But just like Tang, if you look a little bit closer to what's inside the bottle, that's when the story changes, because instead of excess sugar like Tang, Prime faced a more dangerous problem, which was excess caffeine. When Prime energy drink was tested, it seemed to contain more caffeine than advertised, equivalent to 6 cans of Coke or 2 cans of Red Bull. And this obviously raised concerns because Prime energy drinks was mainly advertised to kids on social media. Even with their other drinks too, issues of too much artificial sweetener, lack of proper electrolyte balance began to come up. But regardless, if you're one of the 23 million people that subscribe to Logan Paul, chances are you probably will still be drinking Prime. And that's exactly the same brand loyalty we saw in Tang. Even with Buzz Aldrin, the astronaut that walked on the moon, coming out to say that Tang sucks and they merely tolerated the drink, people continue to drink Tang because Tang already became part of pop culture. And in 2011, Tang's annual sales surpassed $1 billion, joining Kraft Foods' elite group of the 12 brands that generate $1 billion a year for the company. It's funny how a drink that was once dismissed for being artificial became beloved once it had a great story behind it. In the end, it just shows that a good story can make anything iconic.
Sometimes I wonder if there's intelligent life on that planet.
Don't get your credit, man.